This week on Sportsman TV, Miller Time Charters, and I missed it. You know, Rad, I missed that trip with Miller Time Charters and topwater trout. So
let me tell you, you didn't miss a thing.
Yeah.
You know, nothing like topwater bite for about 3 hours. You know, we started out with Travis catching a few fish on corks, and they were so plentiful, they were jumping out of the water. We finally said, oh, let's do this on topwater. And so literally 3 hours later, we were like, okay, I think we have enough TV.
That is so awesome when those trout get on the topwater bait.
Oh, it was fun. And we didn't go far from the dock. We made, I think, 2 stops. And you know, we see trout school up on points and things like that, but it's rare that you see trout coming out of the water before you even pull up your boat. And when that happens, I mean, it's game time.
You know, it's funny that I missed that. You know, I think I was fishing a bass tournament somewhere. Not so sure they were jumping out of the water.
I don't think you were really missed that much, by the way.
Probably not.
It might be. Look. Nice. Not too shabby. Oh, it's a little redfish. Pretty blue tail though. Been a lot of these out here. Whew. That looks like a nice one.
Yeah, he's doing what he's supposed to.
They tight to the bank too. That's a real nice fish.
We'll take it.
Yeah. See, I did this with my girls a couple weeks ago, and you know, they don't care what size of fish they catch. So if you only got an hour or two to fish with your kids, bird fishing is fun. But what I like to do is I like to check a couple flocks, and if they're bigger fish, then you can fish them all day. If they're all small, you basically ditch that thought process early, and you said nope. So right now we've hit 2 flocks. They're small, so we'll probably ditch the bird thought and go after the reefs and points. I think he just a little red.
Yeah.
He's just showing off right now, David. Don't worry. He's just showing off right now. It's early.
And the way I understand it, with the way the CCA, the Star, works, is that I could go with Travis Miller.
Absolutely.
And him being a charter captain, and if I catch a tag trout or a tag redfish, that counts for the Star.
Absolutely. Look, you want to increase your chances. I would hire one of those guys. They're on the water every day. They know where the fish are. Yeah, that doesn't preclude you from any fishing trip. And look, you go in a place like that, it also shows you, even up in the marsh, there are chances of tag fish. You might not catch the trophy, you know, winning trout that somebody's going to catch on a rig in Venice or in Big Lake, but there's still sheephead there. There's other trout. There's tag fish that are available. You got plenty of options no matter where you're from. I mean, we even have bank fishing divisions in Star. So we want the masses to be able to participate, and it doesn't really matter how you do it.
And the way I understand it on this upcoming year, that it will be a better chance for me to catch a tag redfish.
We are doubling down. So we're, instead of 50 tag redfish, which we've done for the last 23 years, we are tagging 100. Still have 50 tag trout, but 100 tag redfish. It's going to be an undertaking in the next few weeks to get it all done, but we're doubling chances. And now, you know, in the past we've only given away a Chevy Silverado and then a bunch of Nautic Star boats. Now there's 2 trucks up for grabs.
Wow.
And the rest are Nautic Star boats. So it's a great deal. And hopefully we'll have a whole lot of winners this year.
It is a keeper.
Got him 2 at a time.
There you go. Look at that. That's
there
a nice
you go.
one.
Good fish. Boy, Dave, look at him. 2 in a row. Just
Well,
oh, here we go.
Said, you know, Rad was showing off earlier. Now you don't.
They just pay attention to so many more details than the
Yeah.
regular person did.
Yeah. Well, we're fortunate too when we're trout fishing. The numbers are there.
Right.
You know, I bring out a lot of bass fishermen and they go out for that 1, 2, 3 bites in a day. So you have to pay attention to where we like our fish stupid. We're into the dumb fish, you know. I don't have to pay attention. They just pull down the cork and I say, thank you.
We're not fishing here. We're filming a TV show. I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, I'm good. Yeah, we throw plastic almost all year round. The only time we get really live bait is during the summer months. And a lot has to do with we just don't have access to it. You know, up the bayou by jugs, the water's so fresh, it's hard to keep them alive. So we just adapted, and I tell you what, we do just fine with the plastics and saves you a lot of money. And as you can see today, we're catching plenty of fish. Because you don't have a bunch of people throwing live bait next to you, nice fish, you don't have to really worry about it. You know.
Oh, there's no doubt. But you know, if I go to
Look at this. We got David over here, you know, all the talent's in the back of the boat. Right. So he's got this big old wind knot in his line. I think he hooked up on a bull red.
I think I had a little trout on.
And actually, what's kind of cool about fishing, you know, this time of year is those big bull reds will be mixed in. Sometimes they'll hit your hook, sometimes they'll actually take your trout. We had one like 2 weeks ago, had a white trout on, and the guy fought it all the way to the boat, finally spit the trout out, and look at that, just hiding in those trout. There we go. Oh, good fish right there, bud.
You were definitely not getting that knot out now.
No. Yeah, that knot's in there for good.
You know how much talent it takes to get fish like that?
The same amount it does to get that knot in your line.
Let's just see if he could fish the rest of the day with that knot.
There you go. Now that would be talent.
Yeah. It's hard, you know, when you see birds, you see action with like shrimp, fish popping at them. It's like bad crack. You just gotta go get it. I mean, it looks pretty.
I really want a top water.
Yeah, well, we could put a top water on it.
But then I'd have to deal with them.
Well, that's, yeah. Man, that's a small trout. I like how David described. He must catch 5-pounders every day.
I mean, you know, he's a borderline professional.
I didn't know he was that good.
CCA is here to conserve and preserve our great coastal resources here in Louisiana. We've been doing it for 35 years. It's what we're really all about. You know, people think of CCA and they think of the Star Tournament and they think of our great banquets around the state and they see the stickers on the pickup trucks and the boats. But what they may miss is that what we really are is a conservation fisheries advocacy organization. So we have about 25,000 members in Louisiana, and those members are concerned about making sure that these fisheries are here for generations to come. So the membership events, the fun stuff we do really are sort of the means to the end. We've got to have strong membership so that lawmakers and policymakers pay attention to us when we have issues that need attention. So that's what CCA is all about, and we're going to be here for a long time doing this, and we need the support of the general angling public in order to do it. So we've been doing well for a long time, and we hope to continue that for a long time.
Feels like a decent fish.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Oh, there you go, Jared.
Oh,
Jared.
you got hit, huh?
Yeah, 3 times.
Can you not like top water?
Oh, it just makes it so much more fun. Ooh, especially when they do that for you.
Yeah, no hooks in the thumb. Uh-oh.
If that's a trout, it's a shame it's not summertime.
Oh.
Just gotta keep it.
I guess number one on the list is when do I need to get signed up by
Now.
to be ready for start?
Absolutely, start now, because right now the tournament starts on Memorial Day weekend on that Saturday. But right now we're also giving early bird prizes away for anybody that registers ahead of time. Arctic ice, K2 coolers, Costa sunglasses, you name it. So the time is now. Get in. The tournament is from Memorial Day weekend to Labor Day weekend. You can find everything you need to know about the tournament at ccastar.com. But get registered now. Go to our website. You can do it, or one of the 30 way stations across the coast.
So basically, from Memorial Day weekend, I get signed up before then. When that day arrives, I can start fishing in the tournament.
That is it. It starts at sunrise on Saturday morning, and you've got 101 days of competition, whether it's the heaviest fish, a tagged fish, or a kid's fish that you're going to enter just based on a length. It's all fair game for 100 days.
And basically, it doesn't matter as long as that fish is caught in that time span, it doesn't matter if it's day or night. You know, if a guy's out fishing at night, it doesn't matter. These fish count. You got 24 hours a day to catch one of these tagged fish.
Absolutely, but you also have 24 hours to weigh it in. So unless you're an offshore boat, you do have 72 hours on the offshore boats in case those guys are doing overnighters, you know, for dolphin and those kind of things. But and we have plenty of weigh stations. So if you're on the coast, I would challenge you to find a place that we don't have a weigh station to go to. So go out fishing, find that fish, and bring it to a weigh station. Even if it's not, you don't know if it'll hold up, weigh it in. You never know what'll happen. Even in the trout divisions, we have first, second, and third place prizes in the 4 regional divisions. So put the fish on the board, and also throughout the tournament, check our website and check our Star Facebook page and Instagram page. We're going to be updating the leaderboard, so you will know where you stand, and if you do need to head to a weigh station, you know, ASAP.
Grab my other rod.
Here, let me twist your arm. Throw a topwater and catch fish like that.
Right.
Oh yeah. You know, the beauty of a topwater bait like this is the little fish, they might hit it, but they're not going to take it near as often. You know, you might not catch as many fish as the guy on the double rig or on the court, but the better fish.
Yeah, that so far that theory of big fish
Not working out so well?
Not working out so far for me. It's okay.
Oh, he hit it as it landed. I think he was as shocked as I was. Yep, look at that.
Yeah, you hit him on the head, all right.
That is accurate casting.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Captain Miller told me exactly where it was,
right.
and I just put it right on his head. Boom!
Bam.
Boom! Got him.
Try to get.
When they're already jumping out of the water,
Yeah.
pretty easy target.
Makes it a little easier for us, that's for sure.
You know they're going to hit this.
Ooh.
And better fish. A little bit. Not a prize winner, but good dinner.
Crazy how even the small fish will hit those things. Smaller ones are tougher because they're hard to get the hooks out without hurting yourself.
Any recommendation?
Usually use pliers. That was usually your best bet. Down in Dulage, we're fortunate. We have the marsh system that's not eroding quite as fast as other parts of Louisiana. So our population here has been fantastic. But in terms of limits, I'm all about the data. You know, I'm about preserving. You know, and if the data says, hey, we need to knock down the limits or take away the guide limits, hey, it's not going to hurt my feelings. You know, I'm not here to rape the waters and not look back. You know, I want my kids to enjoy it and so on. So if there's a good argument, I'm all about it. But a lot of times it's just throw up a number and say, hey, let's see if it sticks. And why, you know?
Well, we have scientists that work for CCA that that take the data and help to analyze it, help us make our decisions, help us drive our policy. But we rely heavily on the biology that comes from the states. Programs like the LaCreel program in Louisiana, other states across the Gulf have similar programs that they're developing. We know that the states do a great job developing, collecting data from fisheries, from fishermen when they, when they meet you at the dock, and then they follow up with their phone calls and their email surveys, etc. They do a great job, and so we trust that data. We analyze it ourselves, but we take that data and then we build our policy based on what the data is telling us and what our biologists are saying as well.
Huh? What are we doing? We're catching trout in dew large with Miller Time charters. Top water action. It doesn't get any more fun than this, you know. It was a cool morning. Once the sun came up, they're starting to get kind of frisky out here. And we're watching them, you know. We're looking at birds kind of giving us a clue of where they are. We kind of go to them, and you know, even when the birds leave, the fish are a lot of times still around. Oh, look at that. Fundraising guy.
Yeah.
And then just kind of worked all the way through. It's been good. I mean, I get to deal with some really cool people on a daily basis, you know.
Oh man. Dude.
I mean, they're mad at him.
They are.
Oh, there he is.
I gotta take this sweatshirt off.
Tell you what, we had a day. Oh, there he is. Oh. Now look, you know, days like this, you still have plenty of opportunities. You know, everybody thinks you have to be some trophy, you know, professional fisherman. Keep in mind, it's an amateur tournament. No guides can fish, but you can fish with one. And I suggest you hire somebody like Travis to take you out, and it increases your chances. But you know, for the kids division, all you need is a trout or a flounder over 14 inches. They can register that fish, and then we draw names out of a hopper for them. And so you never know what you're going to find in a school like this, whether it is, you know, a tag fish that could win you a truck or win you a tackle package, or no matter, you know, we've got 25 divisions. There's any day you go out, you got a chance of winning something. Go! Golly. What were we saying, surf and turf earlier?
Surf and turf. As they say, it's important to get your greens, you know. The leafy greens. One of the better ones I've caught today.
That's not saying a whole lot.
I mean, not saying a lot, but you know, and it's all how you hook them too.
Right.
When you hook them under their chin, they feel like an extra 2 pounds.
Golly.
Yeah, that's a good fish.
I still have it. Whoa. Oh. Boom.
Dude, it's so awesome. I love it.
Oh man. Oh, hit it again.
It looks like a little redfish. Another, as we're hauling butt down this little bayou. See, basically a choke point is where you got a big body of water that kind of bottlenecks into, like this is just a little bayou and then another big body of water. So you're just trying to get as much tide, since there's very little tide, as much water going through these little choke points, and that's gonna create, you know, where those fish are gonna set up. And that's why I always fish these choke points when there's very little tide. You can almost manufacture tide through these ways. There's something. There we go. Right. Wow, I caught that. Bam! We miss you, Greg.
Well, the next time they say it's Miller time, I'll be there. Join us here next time on Sportsman TV.